He definitely damn sure took out my Rockets.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for them? What's next for them? I mean, the Rockets tweet out, thanks for riding with us this season, H-Town. You guys should have had a much longer run in the playoffs, but you ran into Steph Curry. That's what happened. And I told you that from the beginning. This team could make the finals. They're talented enough. They're well coached enough. I like the style in which they play. But they got to run into these behemoths later in the playoffs so they can get a little confidence. First round, they got Steph. They got their arse beat.
Oh, man. I love you making all the excuses, dog. I love it, man. Because at the trade deadline, I got the papers out. And I told you, and Rockets fans got mad at me. Oh, he's a hater. He's saying they're going to get bounced in the first round.
Why are you using that voice?
He's a hater.
Why you laugh? You being disrespectful, yo. You disrespecting Steph. You're disrespecting Rockets fans.
Look,
Get yourself together, man.
All right, man. Look, I just got to ask, all right? So, since they didn't want to go get one at the deadline and help their team, a 2-seed, by the way, 2-seed, get bounced in the first round.
We know.
Who should they get? Who should be their main target this
Kevin
offseason?
Durant.
Oh, man.
Kevin Durant.
So how would that look? Who would you get rid of to get KD from their team? Be honest.
That's fair.
Talk to me.
I'm so protective of the young core that they have that I'm not willing to give up a ton, which is why
he won't.
Hold on, stay with me for a second. I want to talk this out because that's a great question. I'd rather Kevin Durant than Giannis.
Okay.
Which on paper sounds stupid. Like, what do you mean? Giannis is Giannis, right?
And he's older.
But
and
whatever. But to get Giannis, you would have to give up a pound of flesh.
Oh yeah, you're giving up like an Amen, Thompson or Thomas, whatever. Thompson.
I think for Durant right now, you could give up role players, maybe a starter.
Yeah.
Maybe you got to give up one of these guys, but not a key piece. And I would give away the draft. I would mortgage my future as a Rockets long term for short-term success in Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
I would give the Suns draft picks out the yin-yang. I would. And maybe like a serviceable starter. Maybe a bench guy.
Yeah.
Fine. I think that's doable. For Giannis, that ain't going to cut it. Does that make sense?
No, it's definitely not going to cut it. The thing about their team is like they got to get off of Fred VanVleet. I think like if they're going to go get a Kevin Durant, they need a guy like him to come in. You got to lean into the Reed Shepherd. I think Reed
like
Shepherd's
VanVleet, though.
better. I hear you. I
like him.
I hear you. But at the same time, that money, dog, he's going to be making $45 million next year.
Yeah.
Like that's the contract that you got to kind of see go. You
and
know
by the way,
I mean?
he had a great season and he still didn't win.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, he's a small guard. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player.
I like him a lot.
But he's a small guard.
Yeah.
Guards don't win championships in the NBA, you know, in this era. Sorry. Like, they can help you.
No, it's true.
But you need a top wing. And Kevin Durant gives you an opportunity to do so.
He's the only starter I'm willing to have the conversation about, too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then it's going to have to be unfortunately, it's probably going to have to be like a man to even get the conversation going.
For Durant?
They need something that helps them in the future. The Suns, they're not going to just trade for a guy that's, serviceable. They're not going to be like, yeah, we'll take a Tari Eason. You know what I'm saying? To start the conversation, you need a young piece that really moves the needle. It might even be a Reed Shepherd, but I don't even know if he showed enough this year. They didn't give him an opportunity. Yeah,
that's their fault.
They didn't give him an opportunity. So,
I just think
Jalen Green, I don't know if they want that. They have Book.
I think they just need scoring.
Yes.
But you need the right scorer. You just can't go get a guy that can fill it up. That's why I think a Kevin Durant would work because his temperament is right.
Right.
He would come in there. He would fit in with the culture. He doesn't play defense like he used to, but I think he still plays enough defense. He could make that work. He's respected. Guys look up to him. He's a veteran. Mm-hmm. He knows how to win. He's not the demonstrative leader, but I don't know if that team needs that. I just think Durant makes so much sense. And I think he'd have fun there. Kevin Durant's miserable in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think going to Houston with those young, upstart, hungry guys, a coach he likes, I imagine,
Ime, of course.
I just think he'd have fun.
One of his good friends.
He'd find his joy again.
Right. One of his good friends, James Harden, played there. He'll tell him about all the great spots.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Maybe not. Maybe it's not a good idea.
I didn't mean it like that.
Maybe it's not a good idea.
This is a family program. I meant restaurants, dog.
Hey, James, where should I go?
Where to live, all right, man?